Oh, already? All right, what's going on, everybody? So UFC Fight Night London just finished. Unpredictable finishes, unpredictable decisions, potential robberies. We'll get to that in just a second. And what I'm going to be doing is just giving my instant reaction and breakdown to the full main card. I'll start with the main event, then I'll go from the first fight to the co-main event to end it. First, let's talk about the main event because my brain is all over the place from what I just saw. This was the bizarro fight of what we expected what was going to happen. First of all, that was 100% Lerone Murphy's fight just because of the point deduction. Movsar had a really good rounds 4 and 5, and I guess round 3 was pretty close, but with the point deduction, you really couldn't give him this fight in my opinion. But let me say one thing. Islam Makhachev would never, Khamzat Chimaev would never, because in the first round, second round, and maybe even the third round, Movsar Evloev did not shoot takedowns whatsoever. He was losing because of it, but there was opportunities where he had Lerone Murphy against the cage, and he chose to separate himself instead of holding them there the entire round. Look at this! Look at this! Islam and Chimaev would never do that. He just separated from the cage willingly. Chimaev and Islam would never do that. And Movsar was holding his own on the feet. It's just that Lerone Murphy was landing his 1-2 really hard. He was landing the harder body kicks, the harder low kicks, and Movsar was dipping the same way. I thought Lerone was going to catch him at some point, but he went body shot, overhands. Sometimes he'd go 1-2. He would do a lead body kick. Movsar also moved his feet a lot to avoid a lot of the damage. He wasn't caught by too many flush shots to the face, but there was very rare occasions in third, fourth, and fifth round where Movsar decided to wrestle Lerone. I think in the third round he shot a couple times. Round 4 he got a takedown, and Movsar was able to get basically every single takedown when he went for Lerone's legs. But he chose to strike with Lerone Murphy, and even though I don't give me a second. Even though I didn't agree with the decision, he went out there and fought like a G. Islam Makhachev would never. Khamzat would never. Fuck off with this shit. Evloev is the top Chad Russian fighter in the UFC. I don't care if he just got a robbery victory. I kind of do. But I am so happy to see a Russian fighter not fight like a little Punyeta Cabron. And maybe YouTube is a little bit more nice with me because I said it that way. But that was a really good fight. It was very entertaining. Lerone Murphy won the fight because he landed the more damaging strikes. He was more active in the early rounds. And Movsar got a point deduction in round 4 for a low blow to Lerone Murphy when he already got warned. So you can see by my reaction, I didn't really agree with this decision. Oh!
I'm here with the winner.
Oh!
Movsar, Evloev. Movsar, congratulations. A very tough, grueling fight.
Oh, what the fuck? So technically I was right about my prediction. I picked Movsar by decision, even though it was a robbery. And he didn't boringly hold down Lerone Murphy for rounds. And Lerone Murphy was also able to get back to his feet. So, like, the only reason why I'm not, like, pissed that Movsar just robbed Lerone Murphy is because he went out there and fought like an absolute Chad. He fought with his weaknesses and made it a close fight. If there wasn't a point taken, I think there would be a legitimate argument that Movsar won this fight in rounds 3, 4, and 5. But who knows? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this was a robbery? Or do you guys think that Movsar is an absolute G Chad Russian that just beat Lerone Murphy in his next to face Volk? So we'll see what's next with that. I actually think that's going to be a very good fight. Let me know if you guys agree. Hopefully Lerone gets a chance in the future. Okay, so the first fight on the main card was Curtis Campbell versus Danny Silva. Now, listen, this was... I'm done listening to you guys. You understand me? I'm done listening to you guys overhyping these prospects for them to not even look remotely good. We did this with Patchy Mix and now Curtis Campbell. I understand that he looked good on the Contender Series. And I understand Danny Silva is a good fighter, and he really was walking him down with pressure since the very beginning. And Curtis Campbell really had no fluidity to his striking. He threw a leg kick that looked really wonky. His punches were slow. And when he was supposed to dominate on the ground, they were talking about him dominating on the ground. Danny Silva was transitioning, flipping him over, and outhandling on the ground as well. Curtis Campbell did not look good in this fight. He does not look UFC worthy, in my opinion. I know this is very harsh, but I saw it in the first round, the way he was leaving himself open and how slow he was punching, that he was going to get chinned. He's going to get chinned. Curtis Campbell's going to get chinned here. But Danny Silva did what, if he was a good fighter, he needed to do. He just walked him down with his boxing and landed bomb right hands on Curtis Campbell's chin and got him out of there in round 2. Oh! I knew it! Down he goes. Oh, he's done. He's done. Yup, it's over. I called it. He did not look good, bro. Holy overhype. That is insane. He looked very, very mid in his fight. And Silva looked good. Man, he didn't... I see nothing special for Curtis Campbell there. I called it. He was going to get chinned. But this is a big win for Danny Silva. They were really trying to push Curtis Campbell as this big prospect. So they're probably going to push him down and give him bigger matchups. Maybe push him into the rankings sometime soon because he had a great Contender Series fight. Now he beat another hot prospect. So I can expect a fairly big fight for Silva next. So, and guys, I'm done listening to you. I am not hyping up a prospect till I see something with my own eyes. Jesus. All right, now, the next fight that I'm going to be talking about is Roman Dolidze versus Chris Leroy Duncan. Praise the Lord, damage-based, violence prevails. Oh my goodness, bro. Roman Dolidze, get him out of the rankings. So, listen. Chris Leroy Duncan was absolutely dicing up Roman Dolidze on the feet. He was chopping him down with low kicks. He was working his jab, landing nice straight shots on him. He wasn't doing that much, but Roman Dolidze was doing nothing. And every time he got to the ground, he would just stall and inflict no damage, which I was very happy about throughout the entire fight for sure. Yes! Get him out of here, please. Get him out of the rankings with the stalling shit, please. So fucking sick of it. Not even trying to inflict damage, not even trying to attempt submissions. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm allergic to fucking bitch-ass wrestling. There was a ton of sequences where Roman Dolidze just stood on his back and just waited for him, just sitting there. What is with these grapplers that stall, not fighting like they want to win once damage is inflicted on them? It's just all of a sudden they forget how scoring works and they keep stalling. Stalling only works is when you don't get touched at all. Nothing. And his leg was getting torn up. He was getting thrown around. He was landing some like weird spinning elbows. He was just spamming spinning elbows like you're using Yuri Prohaska in UFC 5. I don't understand. So I guess a good win by Chris Leroy Duncan. I'm happy he won. He actually prioritizes violence. And now I want to see him in the rankings and get Dolidze out of the fucking UFC. Give him the Joe 10 Almeida treatment. I'm sick of the stalling shit. I'm sure I'm going to see Movsar do it later. So I don't need to see it 2 times a night, for fuck's sake. All right, now for the next fight. Baranowski versus Austin Lane. That brother go home is basically what just happened. Austin Lane, listen, I know he's chinny, but he's long, he's athletic, you know what I mean? I thought he'd be able to survive for a little bit of time, even though I didn't predict this on my video. Go nitpick my predictions in my prediction video if you guys would like. But, man, Baranowski just has a different level of power. He goes in scraps. That was so refreshing compared to that last fight. He literally just walked him down in the first minute. With his boxing, Austin Lane was circling around. He walked his shit down and landed a huge right hand on the temple and TKO'd him in the first minute. Oh! Oh, already? What was that, 30 seconds? Are we fucking dead ass? Just walked this shit down and put him down, bro. Austin Lane is chinny, but goddamn. Now, the UFC really has something with Baranowski here. He's coming off back-to-back banger fights. Obviously, this one was a little bit quick, but he has that Pavlovich, or before Pavlovich, forgot how to throw his hands. Like, he has some serious power. He has some serious endurance. We'd even see that get tested in this fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give him a big opportunity after this, because we need more violence on Paramount. If you're going to have these laggy-ass streams and copywriting my goddamn shorts, you better not do it today. Then we better get some badass fights at least. So, what a win by Baranowski. Alright, now let's talk about the feature fight. Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. That was way more disappointing than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a round 1 knockout for Michael Venom Page. There was something wrong with him in this fight. If you guys saw the fight, you probably could agree with me. He wasn't as active. I know he's usually circling around the inside and waiting for people to engage, but he usually closes the distance at least a little bit. Most of the time he was just feinting and going for leg kicks and occasionally throwing an overhand where he looked like he couldn't get all of it. I have a theory that either the move back to welterweight zapped Michael Venom Page's gas tank, or he hurt his leg, because I don't know, he wasn't moving as well, he wasn't as elusive, he wasn't crashing forward as fast, he wasn't as down to throw, because in the opening round he was walking Sam Patterson down, not even bouncing whatsoever. And then, as the fight went on, Sam Patterson was just circling around. He did look better circling, I will say that. That might have made things harder for Michael Venom Page, especially if he was hurt. But Michael Venom Page just wasn't going for anything. And Sam Patterson was just going for a few leg kicks and jabs. And he would whiff and MVP would close the distance. But MVP closed the distance like maybe 3 or 4 times in the entire fight. I don't know what was going on with him. The crowd was pissed. There wasn't a lot of output in his fight. So it was a boring fight, and I was expecting MVP to make easy work of him, because every time Sam Patterson got tagged, he didn't react well. Like, if MVP followed up, he would have easily got a combination. So, I don't know what they're going to do next to MVP. Maybe he belongs at middleweight. Maybe moving back to welterweight is bad for him, but I guess we'll see. Now let's talk about this co-main event, Luke Riley versus Michael Aswell. Now, first round, Michael Aswell made it very gritty. He was able to push back Luke Riley against the fence and was landing punches to the body and punches to the head, knees to the body, just applying pressure to him. So Michael Aswell definitely won round 1, but after that, Luke Riley has really good boxing. He's going to be one of my favorite fighters, because I'm just a simp for boxing, especially in the UFC, because we see it less, especially his jab. He has such a piercing jab. Even when he jabs to the body, you can hear an audible thud. Like, he has a nasty jab. He'll work off it. He'll slap a hook to the body. He'll work off his jab, right hand, left hook behind it. And he has really fast hands, and he has really good footwork. He was able to dart in and out of range. And Michael Aswell did pretty decent. He was landing some counter shots, but Luke Riley got that Scouser chin. I know that his homeboy got his Scouser chin checked in the first fight of the night, but listen, Luke Riley looks really good. I think maybe some people may be able to bully him in the grappling if Michael Aswell can, but if he could separate, circle, and dart in with his boxing combinations, he's going to be a very exciting fighter in the UFC for a very long time. And he clearly won the last 2 rounds. The beginning of round 3 was a little bit close. Aswell was doing well. He implemented some grappling, but Luke Riley separated and just landed more volume. He was really landing kicks and knees to the body punches that stung Aswell near the end, and it kind of stopped him from engaging at the end of the fight. So that was a great win by Luke Riley. I slept on Michael Aswell. I thought he was going to get smoked, so I apologize to Michael Aswell if he's somehow watching this video. Probably not. I wouldn't be watching an instant reaction video after I just lost. So, yeah, Luke Riley has potential to be a superstar, especially with the entertaining style. No more Roman Delitzis. I'm going to drag that on the entire damn video. We'll see how the main event goes, but what a great performance by Luke Riley, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Hopefully a short turnaround, but probably not, because it was a bit of a war. But that's all I had for you guys today, man. That was actually a pretty good card. The prelims sucked ass. I don't know if you guys watched the prelims. Everybody was fighting like Patchy Mix in the prelims for some reason. So I don't know what was going on there, but the main card was pretty good. We got a good amount of finishes. There was like one stinky fight. Luke Riley's fight was good. And the main event ended up being good. MVP had some issues, I believe. I don't think that was full form MVP. I refuse to think that. But if you guys like me, if you guys fuck with this video, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that. Set it to all notifications, not personalized, so you could get notified for real when I get posted because, you know, the algorithm's been hating recently. Hopefully this hits because I'm grinding my ass off putting this video out right after the event. So, yeah, man, this was a good event. A good 8 or 7 out of 10. You know, it could have been a little bit better, but can't complain too much. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. God bless every single one of you. And peace out.